Hi, my name is Ed Shedd. I'm assistant curator at the Broad. Nice to have you on today. I also manage all of our publications. And for the next 10 or 15 minutes, I'll show you a little bit around the museum. In about 15 minutes, at 11 o'clock, we open. The line is already out the door, and we're happy to say that we've invited over 400,000 people into the museum since we opened. But the first thing that people see when they come into the museum after a trip up our escalator is the top of the third floor landing, where I'm standing right now. And one thing that I like to point out to people when they're on the third floor landing is that it represents kind of the heart and soul of who we are as an institution, which is a private collection of Eli and Edith Broad. These two works of art represent artists that we've collected in tremendous depth over the past 20 or 30 years. We have the largest collection in the world of both Christopher Wool and Jeff Koons. Run Dog Run is really a highlight. It's one of the largest works that Christopher Wool made. It's from 1990. And as it plays out around the gallery, it can be reconfigured in any way that you choose. So we have it installed, Run Dog Run, Run Dog Run, but it also could be Run Run Dog, Dog Dog Run Run. This is meant to trip you up as a viewer. It's meant to be both a little bit menacing and a lot of fun at the same time. So if you walk with me around the third floor, whereas Koons and Wool represent the collection in depth, these are artists that are relatively new to the collection. Elan Sui came into the collection about 3 or 4 years ago. We're happy to have 3 works by him. Marlene Dumas and Julie Moretu are both great artists that we're happy to be collecting. This one that you're looking at is called Cairo, and it's really a sense of the revolution that occurred during the Arab Spring. Not so much the day that it occurred. Tahrir Square in the middle is relatively calm. What this painting more refers to is how that revolution entered the households and the families all around Cairo. You see a great wind, lots of vectors of lines and calligraphic gestures flooding over the top of this. It's really a tremendous piece. As we walk, when you finish seeing the third floor of the Broad, which is installed roughly chronological, you make your way down the center staircase, and at the heart of this staircase you're going to find our storage, where all of our work of art exists on painting racks or in crates. And this is really a very clever, very interesting part of Diller Scofidio and Renfro's design, where you can actually see in to the back of house, to the back of the museum. So here we are on the landing of the third floor staircase, and if you can see, you see all of our painting racks. Nothing is hidden. This is the full collection on view. It's a wonderful way to see not only how artwork is stored, but from time to time you'll see registrars and conservators walking around down there doing their job, keeping the collection safe. Great thing about this is it's very pliable. These painting racks that face the public can be reinstalled really at a whim, according to the news of the day or whatever we would like to present. On the left, you see Mark Bradford's 2008 painting Cross 110th Street, which refers to a movie about Harlem from the 70s But specifically, if you look closely, it's more of a generalized map. It reminds me of the map of Los Angeles. It reminds me of the map of a lot of different places. But it's built from sort of pulpy newspapers, comic books, all sorts, felt, foil. It's really got a gritty, very wonderful surface. And although we don't have it on display in our main galleries, it's great to be able to show the public that here. Another painting that we have facing the viewer in storage is Charles Garabedian's 1984 Ulysses. The reason this is on display is it's a tribute to the great Los Angeles artist Charles Garabedian, who actually passed away about a month ago at the age of 90, in his mid-90s. And although it's difficult to get a tribute together in the gallery space very quickly, it's easy to do so when you have the adaptability and the pliable back of house as we do here. So this just gives you a sense of our museum, both the collection as it exists in our official galleries on the 3rd floor, and those sort of back of house moments. So we encourage you to visit, and we welcome you.
Awesome. Stop this.